Hello, fellow comic book lovers, collectors, and aficionados. Vin Crew here with his most current bitch, his back issue comic haul. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. Just haven't been buying a lot of books. Been putting a lot of my resources and time into completely finishing the basement in the new house here, and that's been, boy, I'm fast approaching 5 digits on on getting that finished. So, but when it's done, it'll look nice, and I'll be happy with it, and it'll help improve my man cave. It'll get me carpet in here and that sort of a thing. So anyway, I'm happy about that. But like I said, I haven't had a lot of time to do any digging, but I got some books here, and I just want to get them filed away. Every time I get about 4 long boxes worth of books, which happens, it seems like, in a month or two, I want to get them filed away. And so I like to show, I don't show all the books I pick up. I don't even show close. I think I've got 4 long boxes, and I'm going to go through about a half a long box here. So, but anyway, let's get crack-a-lackin' here. Here is some books that have been gaining some heat as of late, I guess. But if you've seen the Black Panther movie, I believe it's this book here, is the first appearance of White Wolf, who is going to be the what's going to be the mantle of Bucky or Winter Soldier. So that should be kind of cool. This book here, because of the movie once again, Black Panther #2, first appearance of Shuri, should be is really gaining some attention. Here is a rumor, is that Peter Dinklage, his role in Infinity War has been much speculated or talked about, and apparently, I don't think it's been for sure yet, but apparently he's the king of the elves or something to that. I cannot pronounce the name of what he is, but he's the king of the people that forged the Thor of Thor and Stormbreaker and Mjolnir and all of that. So he's going to apparently be the king of that. So his first appearance is in this book right here, Thor Annual 11. All right. Then another, I don't know if this is rumor at this point or if it's for sure or whatever the case is, but The New Gods has been optioned for a movie done by the same person that has done Wrinkle in Time. And so that should be kind of cool. So New Gods there. And then also Queen and Country has been optioned also. And so here's the first appearance of Queen and Country. And then there is this came out in March, and then there's a free comic book day, so don't get that confused. This came out in May, so a couple of months later. But yeah, so there you go. Maybe when you're digging in the dollar boxes, you can look for some stuff there. All right. Sorry, should have been a little bit more organized. Okay, so here we go. Here's some stuff that I've been picking up. Picked up an Albedo #3, second appearance of Usagi Yojimbo. This book has been optioned for a cartoon series. I think it's going to be adult oriented, I hope. But if not, it should still be pretty cool. So if you want I do not have the first appearance of Usagi. That would be a dream book, but all right. Then finally finished this set. This is the Alex Ross set that he did for Amazing Spider-Man, where they did all the different villains and whatnot. There's the Venom one that everybody likes, and then there's Bullseye and Lizard and whatnot. But I had always missed this one here, the Anti-Venom one to 571. So that finishes my set. So I'm more in, when it comes to the variants, I guess I like the sets maybe. I don't know, but seems like that's where I gravitate towards. Aquaman 7. This is a DC Universe variant, so that's why I picked that up. Batman and Daredevil. This is a Elseworlds book, believe it or not, and it's a cool crossover between Batman and Daredevil. This is the DC format, and it's King of New York. The Marvel one will have a different title, and I forget what the title is of that one, but yeah, they're the same story. So I do have both of those now, so that's pretty cool. Oh, found another. I had been missing this Birds of Prey, this art germ cover with Huntress and the cat, getting it on a little bit there. So that's a really cool. I like that art germ cover there. So happy to finally found that one. Found Brave and the Bold, 84. Nice. I believe this is Neil Adams cover. Yep, Neil Adams. And just working on my Brave and Bold run. I know I'm all the way, I'm in the 60s, I think, now, for what I have a current run until it ends. So getting closer. This is one of those free promotional giveaways for a drug thing. I think this might be a reprint of an earlier version of this, but this also is Cap and the New Warriors. So kind of cool. And this is the I like these heroic age variants. I'll pick them up when I can find them at a reasonable price. Here's the one for Captain America, number 606. Love my Elseworlds and what ifs and whatnot, and that's something I'm working hard this year on, is trying to complete my Elseworlds collection. There's a lot of them. There's about 275 of them, so it's a daunting task. But I know I'm less than 100 maybe that I need to make this happen. But this is a very cool one. This is a 2-book set. This is Catwoman, Guardians of Gotham, and there's the second book of it. Jim Ballant, love his art. And what's interesting about this book is that with the hubbub with Catwoman and the cat and bat engagement, that this one here actually shows Catwoman and Batman being married, and Catwoman ends up pregnant at the end of the story with a daughter. So I don't know, could be something, maybe not, probably not. Bebop number 1. This has been optioned, and this book here is kind of crazy prices. Go anywhere from 10 to 50 bucks. So it's interesting price, but cool nonetheless. I know I think it was either Longshanks or Weapon X just picked up a full set of this, but I've only found one so far. This one I was happy to find. I've always liked this cover by Dave Stevens, and just was always kind of elusive to me. I mean, I could have went on eBay. It's not expensive. You can get this for $5 on eBay, but kind of wanted to find this in the wild, and I found it for $1, less than $1. I think it was 75 cents or something like that. So this is Crossfire number 12. Really like this cover. This one here, this is Daredevil number 14 out of volume 5, I believe. This is the first cover appearance of Muse, which is a villain that shows up in issue 11 of this volume. And he's pretty creepy, and he has very similar qualities to Daredevil. He's blind also, and heightened senses and that sort of thing, but this guy is way off his rocker. So who knows if they do another blind adversary for Daredevils on Netflix, maybe this guy could show up. I have no idea, but this is his first cover appearances in the 14 and his first appearances in issue 11. Working on my DC Millenniums, always working on that. This is the reprint to Action 252 for Supergirl. I think I'm down to needing 5 to finish the 60-some issues of this set. Finishing my Detective Comics. This is 485 and 475. No, 435, excuse me. So I need everything. I've got everything from like 460 or something like that in Detective until it ends. So I'm working on anything before that. This one's kind of cool. This one here is Batman Detective 675. I thought I had owned all the platinum versions of the Batman and Superman, with the Batman breaking in the back kind of thing, or back, and Superman, Death of Superman. But this one I didn't realize existed, and it eluded me until recently. So this is limited to 1,000 copies, and I think they call it the RPS. And it's also a DC Universe variant. So I don't know if they were all DC Universe variants of these Platinums, but this one, it's not overly expensive. You can probably find it for $10 maybe on eBay, but you know, if you're into the you know, like me, I'm somewhat of a completionist, so completionist. So if I can find this, and I like the platinums, I have the other Batman platinum. I forget which one that one. It's in the Batman run. And then I got the 2 Supermans. So now I think I've got all the platinums. DRS edition, they call it. DRS edition. All right. This one is the black and white sketch variant to Batman Detective Comics Death in the Family issue number 15. I like these die cuts. I've got all of the Joker ones. Now I'm working on the other ones. I just get them when I can find them at a semi-decent price. This one is, I think, is this, you know, 1 in 25 variant. So pretty cool. Fantastic Four 34. I believe this is the first appearance of Gideon. Tell me if I'm wrong on that. But now with this book here, I have everything from issue 30 of Fantastic Four until it ends. I think it's 18. No, I think it's in the 20s, like 22 issues to finish the run, but slowly working on it. Here's another set that I've been working on slowly but surely. This is the X-Men Evolution variant set. Try to put this set together. It's right up there with the, not as expensive as the Venom, but it's up there with like the Tron set, which I do have that complete. But some of these books are just crazy pricing. And I mean, even on actual bids on auctions, they get up there to, you know, in the $30, $40, $50 for raw books. So I'm down to needing 4 of them out of the 14 to finish this set. So this is FF number 3. This has got the Wolverine on it. So, and this one is, I don't know what the variant ratio is on that. Picked up Flash. Is this 122? Yeah, 122. This is the first top. So slowly picking up the Flash stuff there. Top is, has he, I think, yeah, the Top did make it in the Flash TV series. So yeah. Is this Matina, I believe, that did this? This isn't a variant. This is just Guardians of the Galaxy number 11. Just a beautiful Nova cover. So found it for $2 less 10 cents, or 10%, so about $1.75. I think that was too bad. Found Kool-Aid Man. This is technically the second volume, but the first volume was like really nothing real sought after. This came out in '83, but this is issue number 1, so pretty cool. Glad to have that. Another DC Universe variant. This is the Green Lantern number 51. Anybody who's like me working on these DC Universe, just keep in mind there's close to 500 of these, so it's a daunting task. So but I just keep, you know, nipping at it slowly but surely. Here's Hack and Slash. Oh my gosh, all I know is that I think this is an issue 1. Don't quote me on that. There's so many Hack and Slash minis, it's crazy. But this is a Jenny Frison cover, cover, and it's kind of cool. It has the death in it and that sort of a thing. So I know Jenny Frison is pretty hot right now. So I saw it, I snatched it. So pretty cool. This is, speaking of another hot artist, this is Lucio Perillo did this cover here. This is the Indomitable Iron Man number 1. So if you're a big Lucio Perillo fan, and if it's, you know, if you like him for his art and not the fact that they just do ladies, you know, you might want to look for this one too. But they're not expensive. You can get these in the dollar bin probably. Journey into Mystery. This is 125. This is the issue before it kicks into Thor, his own series at 126. So technically the last issue of Journey into Mystery of the original. I know it rebooted, and but happy to have that one. Well, speaking of the reboot, huh? Here is the Phil Noto. Is it a 1 in 10, I think, variant to Journey into Mystery 646. So I know this one had some steam going on it for a while. I'm not sure what they're going for now. Maybe $15, $20, something like that. It's a 1 in 20 variant. This is Marvel 2-in-1. I already own all of the Marvel 2-in-1 series, but this is 32 and it's a Whitman. Now, Whitman is a very interesting topic and subject. Some people call these reprints. I don't think that is actually the case. From all the research I've been doing on it, they apparently printed the Whitmans at the same time that they printed the regular versions. All they did was reset the press and change this and this. So you make your own decision on that, but I'll pick these up if I can find them. This completes my set of the variants for the new Avengers. If you look at it, this is issue 1. It's kind of crazy. Issue 1 had another variant that had a full picture of all the different Avengers, including the Sentry and Ronin, before Ronin was even introduced, and that sort of thing. And then they broke it up into like 5 or 6 different pieces, and to put the thing together to build that same cover. So now this was the last piece that I needed. This is a Steve McNiven, and this was hot for a minute because this is when Spider-Man first joined the Avengers. So when the Civil War news broke that Spider-Man was going to be in the movie, this book got a little bit of an uptick, but just regardless, happy to complete this. So, and I do have this whole run regardless. So, found a really big copy of Night Nurse number 3. It's intact. It is attached to the cover, but you can see there's all sorts of stuff going on here and here and here. But I got it for $4, so I wasn't going to complain about that. So for $4 for a Night Nurse 3, I was happy about that. So now I have 3 and 4, so now I need 1 and 2. This is the 1 in 50 Del Auto Original Sin number 3. This is a beautiful Doctor Strange. It does look a little elongated here to me, but it's still really a cool looking cover. So happy to have that. This is Stephen Platt, I believe, and I'm almost 100% sure this is Stephen Platt. This is the Reboot to Profit. This is volume 2, I believe, 2 or 3, and issue 1, just like the cover. I'm a big Stephen Platt guy. Bought this for 50 cents. Got a little less than that on it, but it is beat. As you can tell, they gave Sergeant Fury a better mustache and colored in his eye patch. But this is the origin of the eye patch. And you can see right here, the origin of Fury's eye patch. So these aren't very expensive books either. But once again, for less than 50 cents, what the heck. I'm not the biggest Sergeant Fury guy. Spawn 64. The only reason I'm showing this, I already own Spawn 64, but this is still polybagged. So if you're looking and you want to make sure you have everything complete with Spawn in your series, 64 was polybagged. So make sure that that is polybagged if that's important to you. All right, Spider-Man 2099. Only reason I picked it up was it's the newsstand, so I thought that was kind of cool. So now I got both of those. Strange Tales 132. Working on my Strange Tale run. I don't believe this is anything great, but anything really of a key. But it's I like these Golden Age books. I don't know why I'm showing this. Picked it up for 75 cents. It's a later edition of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures Volume 2. I think it went up to 72 issues. This is number 60. All right. Titans Hunt. I know this thing was hot for a minute there. Isn't this when Wally West comes back or something? I don't know. But this was hot, and I found it for 75 cents. So I know it's not the variant, but I'm happy still. Love ash cans. Love anything promo, that sort of a thing. This is Wildcats Zero, the ash can. They're maybe like $10 books. They're nothing expensive, but first appearance of Grifter, which is cool. Well, actually, first appearance of Grifter, I should retract that. Grifter is in this right here, but first appearance of Grifter is in Malibu Sun 15. But yeah, so... All right, this book here, I've been wanting this for quite some time, but every time I look at eBay, they want like $100 for this thing. It's crazy. This is THB number 1. It's an early Paul Pope book, and I don't know if it's self-published, but it's published through Horse Publishing. So I'm not sure if Pope had something to do with that publisher, but nonetheless, it's published through Horse Publishing. And this is a book, like I said, people on eBay want crazy money, $100 raw for this thing. And keep in mind, there's multiple printings, but you can tell with the color of the THB. That's the easiest way to tell it. So I was able to find a first print for $30. That seemed pretty reasonable to me. Make sure there's a poster in this thing, because it does come with a poster. So if you're a big Paul Pope fan, this book here, there's demand for it. It does sell. And if I paid $30 for it, if you see it in the wild for dirt cheap, it's an easy $30 book. You can sell this for $30, $40 pretty easy. It's thick though. It is really thick, really thick. All right, found some Thunder Agents. These are just all volume reprints. This is number 1 out of the JC. And this has got art in it by Wally Wood and Neil Adams and quite a few other people, but this is another Thunder Agents number 1. Finally found a Venom Lethal Protector number 1 newsstand edition, so I'm happy to have that. Venom on Trial, this might be a newsstand also, but just liked it because of the yellow cover and the fact that Daredevil and Spider-Man is in there, and I'm a big Venom fan. This Venom flashback here, been wanting this for a while. People want some money for this book. If you look on eBay, they want anywhere from $10 to $20 for this book at times. I can't remember what exact. There's a small key to this book, but if you find it, it's all these flashback ones. Most of all the series of Marvel had this -1 flashback thing, but I found a direct edition. And a newsstand edition, so happy about that. All right. Found this Jim Lee, beautiful Jim Lee Wildstorm cover to number 1. I believe that's Witchblade, so pretty cool. Wonder Woman 188. This is a bondage cover, and this was after she gave up her powers, I believe, for a while. All right, and now this was a book that fell. Warp Annual number 1. Like anything with ElfQuest, Thunder Bunny, all of these things. And this was just Distant Soil is another good read. But this was a one-shot. It's not worth a lot of money, but if you're an ElfQuest fan or any of these types of things, you might want to look for it. So, all right. Okay. This is all doubles that I found in the last couple, 3-4 weeks, whatever. So, these will be in my for sale or trade video unless you hit me up first. Amazing Fantasy 15, first Amadeus Cho. Aquaman 38, the Neil Adams variant. AV in 3D. This does have the glasses. It's a very early appearance of Cerebus and a few other characters. Another one of these, this is, like I said, this is The Death of the Family. This is the Joker mask one. This is Batman Family 15. Batman Adventures 3, nice Joker cover. Brightest Day number 7, it's got the white Aquaman variant. Minimum Carnage Alpha, the one-shot. Emma Frost. I don't know why I'm such a sucker for these covers. Beautiful Greg Horn covers. Gen 13, the J. Scott Campbell cover. This is Hero 2011, Adam Hughes cover. Once again, these are all doubles. Kick-Ass number 1. This is out of the first series. Lobo 49, the Sin City cover swipe. Marvel Zombies number 1, original series, original print, not the reprint. Wild Dog number 1, first Wild Dog. What If Surfer Possessed the Infinity Gauntlet. Venom Finale number 3. Venom Sinner Takes All number 4. Venom License to Kill number 3. Ultimate Fallout #4, first print and second print. Once again, all doubles. Thriller Killer #3. This is the Elseworlds with the Elseworlds Harley in it. Teen Titans Go #1. Tech Jacket #1. This is first Invincible. Soulfire #8. Beautiful Michael Turner cover. Reborn #1. I believe this was optioned, part of that Millar stuff, but one of these, I believe this was a greenlit one. Power Rangers Zero out of the Image series. And Maze Agency Adam Hughes covers. All right, once again, those were all doubles. Okay, and I'm just going to end off with some magazines that I ended up purchasing. Going to start with this one right here. This is Birth of the Demon. This is a part 3 of a 3-issue run that they put together, set that they put together. This one is the origin of Ra's al Ghul, Raz, Raish, however you want to pronounce it. But the money book of the 3 is The Son of the Demon. Now this book needs to have more attention brought to it as far as I'm concerned, and this is just me. You make your own decision, okay? This is the first appearance of Damian Wayne. I don't care. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. You can have your own opinion, and that's great. I'll respect it. Please respect mine. Grant Morrison has made reference to that this is the first appearance of Damian Wayne. If you look at if you go on the wiki for Damian Wayne, that refers to this as his first appearance. You go to comic book database, Damian Wayne refers to him as this is his first appearance. And I know you're saying, well, you're just saying that, Mike, because you don't really have his first appearance. Well, there you go. There's 655, his first appearance, so-called. And then you say, well, you just don't have the variant to it. Well, here you go. Here's the 1 in 10 variant to 655. And then, well, you just don't have his first full appearance. This is a cameo. Well, there's 656. So there you go. I got them all regardless. And but as far as I'm concerned, Son of the Demon is his first appearance. So you make your own decision. Marvel Preview. We're working on that run. There's issue #9. And then after it ended on, this series ended on 24, I believe, it goes to Bizarre Adventures, and that is issue, and that runs up to #34. There's issue 26, the Call the Barbarian. This is #30 with Silhouette, and this is #33 with Dracula. Like I said, it ends on #34, and always working on another thing that I'm really trying to hit hard this year is my Marvel graphic novels, the original 75 that came out in the 80s and whatnot, and started with Death of Captain Marvel, and there's the New Mutants and whatnot in there. But there's 75 of them. With these little batch that I picked up, I'm down to needing around 20 out of that. So here's Dreamwalker, Murata, the She-Wolf, Wolfpack. This is Larry Hama. This is Chris Claremont, John Bolton. This is Larry Hama right here out of the G.I. Joe fame, Wolfpack. And then Amazing Spider-Man, Spirits of Earth. So, like I said, needing less than about 20 to finish it. And now the last book I want to show you is, if you're a big Steve Ditko fan, speaking of Spider-Man, there was a I'll just leave here. There was a character that a lot of people seem to like quite a bit. The Question, which was created in 1968 by Ditko, and he was the basis for Rorschach, who was in The Watchmen. And the Question is showing up in regular continuity of DC and whatnot. However, there was a question before there was a question. And what I mean by that is in 1967, so about a year earlier, Ditko created a character named Mr. A. And Mr. A was very similar to the Question, except much more ruthless and very black and white. He didn't believe that you were either good or you were bad. There was no in between, and there was no quarter for being in the middle or whatnot. And people thought that was a little bit too harsh back then in the late 60s. So, and even Ditko came out and said that Mr. A basically is the question. And so Mr. A's first appearance shows up in this book here, Wits End #3. Another book that people want $70, $80, $100 for this book. Be patient. You can probably get it for about $20, $25. I paid $20 for this one. So be patient. But if you're a Ditko fan, if you're a Question fan, a combination of the two, then you might want to look for Wits End #3, the first appearance of Mr. A. And with that, I want to say thank you very much and for watching. This is Vin Crew out. And also, I'm not sure when this will post, but look for my, I've already taped them. Look for my biannual sale. That's going to be coming up very soon. So there'll be about 3 or 4 videos for that, maybe 5. I'm going to do about 3 long boxes worth out of the 30 that I have. So just kind of rambling here, saying thank you so much for taking this journey with me. Vin Crew signing off.